Here we go, folks, the Open Street Luge final, Brinx World Downhill Skateboarding Championship, round number 3. Andy Lally in red, Colby Parks in green, Marco Menino, the Italian that's lived in the USA for 25 years, in blue, Nick Kamink in yellow. So the riders lined up on the start. Andy Lally in red with the first lane choice, choosing that left-hand lane. Here we go with the Open Street Luge final. Strong push from Lally and from Parks. Who is going to get the whole shot? It's Andy Lally on the left-hand side. Nick Kamink squeezing into third place. Right behind his countryman Colby Parks. On board with Marco Menino at the back of the pack, but he is in touch. Now riding with Colby Parks, looking to keep in touch with the American Andy Lally ahead of him. Lally using his whole body, leaning into the turn beautifully. All 4 riders very much in contention in this race. It's getting pretty tricky out there. The road is getting wet, and that's not helpful. These riders going to have to use all of their years of experience in this sport, and look how close it is. Colby Parks almost making contact. He does make a bit of contact with Lally. Nothing between these two at the front of the race. Colby Parks has clearly got some confidence, but right now Lally holding him off. You can see a little bit of a wobble there from Kamink in third place. He's lost some speed, and Menino blasts past him. Parks and Lally still fighting for top position here in Roan Mountain, the Brinx World Downhill Skateboarding Championship. Parks moving over to the left-hand side of the road, but Lally still has the position, but Parks looks like he's got the speed. There's a little wobble from Lally, and Parks is trying to come round the outside, just avoids the hay. They're side by side, battling it out in the luge final. But here comes Menino from nowhere. Marco Menino from Italy grabs it on the line. Unbelievable racing. And from third to first, Marco Menino takes the win in round number 3. Parks and Lally battled from top to bottom, and then the Italian Menino spoils the party. What a victory! What a race we have just witnessed. Street luge at its absolute finest. Let's see the final results after a race that will go down in the history books. Menino taking it, Lally in second, Parks in third to round off a wonderful season, and Kamink in fourth.
Coming down the heat, I was so close to Andy all the way down. We almost made contact in the left, and coming to the last corner, he looked back, and apparently he hit some water on the road. Wiggled, his visor popped, and I got a run on him, and I was coming around the outside, doing my move, and I laid down, I'm like, I think I got him, and I'm stretching for a line. All of a sudden, Marco out of nowhere passes us both, and I'm so happy that he won. It was an incredible heat. Shows that this track, you could actually race it. We were all real nervous about it beforehand, but this track is very raceable, and that was one of the best finals I've ever been with. It's an honor riding with Andy Lally. You know, he beat me by this much. So, and at the start of the day, if they told me that Andy Lally, professional racer, would beat me by this much at the finish line, I would have taken it. So it was awesome. I'm so happy for Marco, my teammate Nick making the finals, and yeah, I got a bunch more Canadians coming for next year too. So we're gonna have a good year next year.
That was a pretty intense final. Can't hide it. I'm not happy, but props to Marco. That was awesome. He was fully committed. There was rain and mist on my visor the whole way down, and I knew Colby was pretty close, but wasn't sure how close. And we were coming into that last corner, like high 60s, and I was just had a good amount of water on the visor, so I lifted, checked up, touched a foot down because I thought I maybe had an okay gap and rolled in. It's always tough being the first guy into a wet corner, and Colby got a run, and then we were side by side, and I knew that was really close, but man, Marco just full commitment, threw it in there, wanted his first W. Congrats to him. Excellent job on his part, and I go home with another second place finish. Emotionally fully back into street luging. So my 2025 contract is still up in the air right now. So wherever my schedule on the auto racing side has me, it would be awesome if everything meshes on off weekends and I get to come play, because I'll travel wherever, because next year I want a world championship.
I'm speechless right now. I still can't believe it. Yeah, it was a battle from the beginning. Yeah, Marco! Thanks, Colby. Yeah, the conditions were slowly deteriorating. We had some wet spots in the track, and as I was beginning to get the draft of Nick, the Canadian, he started to wobble a little bit. I was able to pass him, and at that point, Colby and Andy were battling each other out. At the last right turn, they both broke a little bit, and I took it still like no brakes, and was able to catch them at the finish line. I couldn't believe it at all. Like at the very last left kink, I got as close as possible to the hay. It was got pretty scary, but I was able to shoot out of there and catch them at the very last second.
Here are the final results of the Open Luge competition. Marco Menino is the winner, with Andy Lally in second and Colby Parks in third. And finally, here are the championship standings for Brinx WDSC 2024 Luge category. Canadian Colby Parks is the champion, with Germany's Ulrich Becker in second and Britain's Andrew Spate in third.
I put in the hard work at Turkey and Wales, won it there, and I really wanted this win too to get all three. But winning the World Championship again, it's my second World Championship. It's awesome. This time, I get to really enjoy it, and yeah, thank you WDSC and WGSF for putting all this stuff on. It's been an incredible year. I can't wait for bigger things next year, and I'm so happy.
That concludes our coverage of the 2024 Brinx World Downhill Skateboarding Championship of 2024. See you in 2025 for more adrenaline-filled racing, more venues, and more excitement.